Hello everyone and welcome to another Rare Explorer video. So today we're going to be taking a look at a rogue deck. With the newest set, March of the Machine, there's a couple of new cards that caught my eyes, which I wanted to try in this rogue list. Now currently, the Explorer meta happens to have a lot of mono greens and Rakdos at the moment, and even some other decks. Red is probably one of the more overrepresented colors in the format, and the card that we got to combat this, avert your eyes if you're not into counter spells, and this is probably one of the more powerful counter spells to come out as recent, and that is called Change the Equation. This is a 2-mana instant speed spell. You get to either choose one, counter target spell with mana value 2 or less, or counter target red or green spells with mana value 6 or less. So even if this card is in the main deck, against something like mono white weenies for example, this could be just a counter spell on turn 2. And if you're playing against like red or green, like mono green devotion, Rakdos mid-range, creativity, this could very well be, just might as well be a counter spell. So yeah, this is an incredibly powerful card. I kind of hate it because of how good this card is. So definitely, this is something that you do have to watch out for if you're playing Historic or Explore. And the next card that I want to talk about is called the Fairy Mastermind. There's a 2-mana 2/1 flash with flying. Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you draw a card. You can also pay 4 mana for each of the players to draw a card. And in fact, if you do this on your opponent's turn, you get to draw an extra card, which is kind of nice. Now, I don't know if this is actually a playable card in Explore. Against a Rakdos deck, they do have a bunch of ways to draw a card, so that would be good. Against Azorius Control, I can see that this card can be good. But there's also decks that this card doesn't really do much against, such as the Mono Green Devotion, for example. But the fact that it is still a 2-1 2/1 flying with flash, and in fact it's a rogue, is what makes this card, I think, playable in a deck such as this. And the last card that I want to talk about is the Invasion of Amonkhet. This is a new card type from the set. It's a 3-mana 4 toughness battle. Whenever Amonkhet enters the battlefield, each player mills 3 cards, then each opponent discards a card, and you draw a card. So instead of a 3-mana discard spell that usually discards 2 cards, your opponent discards a card, and you get to draw a card. But the fact that it mills 3 cards means that it does help us in reaching that threshold in activating a lot of cards in our deck, including Drown in the Loch, Soaring Thought Thief, Into the Story, Deep Skilled Enforcer, things like that. So the front side effect has a lot of benefits to be had just as a 3-mana card, but if you do happen to flip it, meaning that you have dealt 4 damage to the battle itself, then it flips into this thing called Lanzatep Convert. It's a 4/4 zombie. You may have this card enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature card in the graveyard, except it is a 4/4 zombie in addition to its other colors and types. So in this particular deck, I would say there's not too much to copy, I would say. Copying something like Soaring Thought Thief is pretty nice because it does buff up your rogues. The other card that we could copy could be Sheoldred, in which case I think that would be pretty nice. But we're also milling our opponent's creatures as well, and at the same time we're also countering multiple of their cards, so hopefully there is a creature to copy to make use of this card. So just trying it out, I think the card itself is fantastic. I don't know whether or not it belongs in this deck. So with that said, I'm going to be showing you guys some of the games that I've played in Explore Best of 3. And as always, if you guys enjoyed the video so far, leave a like, comment below, subscribe, and let's hop on over. Okay. I do have Change the Equation and Brazen Borrower, but yeah, I mean, just get a land, right? Just get a land. So right now, at the moment, Change the Equation and Brazen Borrower is the only card that is active. We can't actually use Drown in the Loch. That is inactive. Invasion of Amonkhet. That would technically turn on the Drown in the Loch. Okay. Feels bad, man. What do you get rid of? Okay. Thoughtseize. Ooh, Esper. Grease Fang. Okay. I think I'm actually not going to play the Soaring Thought Thief. I really want to land so I can flash in a Brazen Borrower. Man. Okay. Guess I'll play it. Guess I'll play it. That does also fill the graveyard for Drown of the Lock. Okay, so right now they got 2 cards in the graveyard. Okay, well that doesn't do anything. Ooh, there's a land. I could just jam in this Invasion Amonkhet. They are going to pitch the Parhelion in the graveyard, but I mean, they got 2 cards. Like, there's no way they drew a Grease Fang after I Thoughtseize, right? That doesn't happen. That's not ever a thing, right? Ledger Shredder, sure. Okay. What the heck? You can't just draw it right after I Thoughtseize you. Come on. Okay, we're playing against Grease Fang. I'll play a little bit more careful in game 2 and 3. This should be a really good matchup. Cling to Dust, Ray, Knight, Hawk Scavenger. We'll just cut all the Invasion of Amonkhet's since it does technically make them discard, which is not good for us. Is it crazy to cut Thoughtseize? Not sure what to cut. Maybe like just cut some Brazen Borrowers. I'm kind of thinking cut a Thoughtseize. The thing about Grease Fang is even if you Thoughtseize a Grease Fang into the graveyard, they can just revive it, right? That's why I kind of don't like Thoughtseizes against the Grease Fang. I'd rather just have pure removal spells. This one's a bit too slow. Yeah, I like interaction spells like these. It's like against Grease Fang, you just want to remove stuff. Change the equation. What a card. Oh, that is a card. Talking about a card, that is a card. But that should unlock most of their cards from Drown and Lock. Actually, I don't know why I flashed in a Deep Skills Enforcer. I could already counter this bird anyways. I guess it didn't really matter. Esper Greasefang, huh? Looks like they have a Fatal Push. I'm gonna draw anyways. That's fine. Oh. Shieldred, huh? That's a card. Grease Fang. I don't believe there's nothing in the graveyard. I don't even need to kill this. The reason why you don't actually want to kill this is because Grease Fang is a legendary. They could have multiple cards in their hand. Look at this wombo combo. Castle, Lockwayne, and Sheoldred. Oh man. Our hand is so stacked. That's a nope. Who said we can't play Sheoldred in a rogue deck? Just play more lands. Easy as that. I think I'm actually gonna kill it. They're kind of low now. Boom. Well, opponent? They are just dead to Sheoldred. 6 mana board wipe. To be fair, actually, Peril of Pearl is actually kind of sick. It's a pretty nice board wipe against like a white weenies. So since I'm going second, just to add back some Brazen Borrowers in, so I can have some interaction spells for Greasefang. Well, what is the last card? Maybe it is just Thoughtseize. You know what? Let's go down on Scavenger. Okay. Decent hand. Where are my 1-mana spells? I think you still keep this, but obviously it's not great. Always a turn too late, buddy. So Grease Jam isn't really doing much at the moment. Okay, that resolves. Gonna flash this in. Just going to play the Runestone and pass. Can I get a land, please? No? Okay. Yeah, I think I should just do that. Taking too much damage. I just noticed they don't have blue source. Oh no. Okay. I milled their blue source. Okay, let's take a look at their hand. Oh my god, it's all blue. Except Peril. Am I actually taking Path of Peril? Because technically, if they draw a blue source, we can counter with Drown in the Lock every single turn. Because they can only play one card per turn with only one blue. Yep. I think that's the plan. I mean... we have 4 Drown. What are they gonna do? Oh, they had to shock too. They had to shock too. That's a Ripperino. Also a really nice draw there. So now we have Drown in the Lock plus Thieves Guild Enforcer. So counter that. And they have another shock land, so they can't actually shock that in. And that's game. Playing against a Yorion deck. Sure. Experimental Augury. Okay, so since they tapped out, I'm just going to cash in my Soaring Thought Thief. Okay. Slightly annoying. They missed the land drop, so this is a perfect time to play Brazen Border, and if they do counter, we get the Sheldred, so... pretty nice for us. I don't know why, like, when there's more than, like, 60 card size deck, it starts to chug. I should have actually played a land before attacking, by the way. Guess I can just go for the throat that. I do kind of value my Brazen Borrower. They're taking a lot of damage every single turn because of this card. So, in case of a Wandering Emperor, I do need to play Soaring Thought Thief first so that it mills an extra card. Since they only have 3 cards in the graveyard. Oh, I guess it wouldn't actually work that way because of the stack. Okay, I don't care about that. Otawara, huh? Yeah, this card is definitely not as good in this. Well, It's kind of slightly annoying to see Double Shark in their top 20 as a Yorion deck. But I guess it is what it is. Well, I don't think it actually matters because their Teferi's just gonna die. And even if they untap, we have changed the equation. If they have like a 2-mana interaction spell. Change the equation. So good. Whoa. What? It's a transmog deck? Okay. We'll tap out here.
I hope you're ready to meet. You are not much of a roadblock.
Do they have another one? I don't think they do. I think the stop is actually their enchantment. Oh my god. They actually had another one.
Finally.
Oh no. Not like this. This is really bad.
Almost sad to see you go. Strike fast and strike hard.
Okay. This is really bad. How did we get to this spot? I guess the fact that we didn't draw any draw near the log, except for one copy.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelmed.
Yeah.
You're done.
Help. Help. Come on. We need something huge. Like something big.
This fight.
Wait, you're not attacking with your 1/1? Opponent's cheating? They can see my hand? Oh. That could be a thing. Guess I'll just attack with Hive. But then they have to choose to give up either the 1/1s or the Planeswalker. Let's get just rid of Aatrox. I don't know if they have like some kind of a reanimate spell. Since I don't know their list.
Try not to miss me.
Should I kill that? I mean, I am... That's a lot of damage, right? 5 damage. Alternative is to get hit and see if they had something, but looks like they didn't. Well. Attack the Amonkhet. Wow. Okay. I'm actually very surprised we even got to that point. I thought we were gonna win like way earlier. And then they did the 1-2 punch with the double Wandering Emperor into Yorion. Oh my god. We almost lost there. So... I mean, It wasn't actually bad, I'll say. But I'm pretty sure Spell Pierce is just better. Spell Pierce, I'll just play another changed equation. They do play creativity. I mean, not creativity, transmogrify. Change the equation does hit the red spell that they play. I could also play like a slip out the back as well. There's a lot I could bring. Eh. Meh. Just not sure about slip out the back here. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Like, I mean, they're just Kai, so I'm not... Like, change the equation isn't going to hit too much. Okay, very nice draw here. Wandering Emperors do be annoying. But if I know that they have it, I don't need to attack. So we need lands. We just need lands. Oh, thank you. I was going to take away your Dovin's Veto anyways. Easy game. They were very, very careful of playing the Omen of the Sun on their turn to not get counter, which makes me think that this is Transmogrify that opponent has. Okay, it wasn't. I'll take out the Yorion because I have a Spell Pierce. Actually, since they attack like this. And they didn't play a land. Just going to spell pierce now. Sure. Seems like they have something. That actually turns off... I think I actually give it to them. I think I need to slip out the back in case this is like a transmogrify. And I play this with slip out the back. So I can use it on either Sheoldred or the human soldier. Yeah, well, they have Wandering Emperor, so... we don't attack here.
We started this fight, but I'm going. Guards, to me.
Maybe they minus on my Sheoldred.
I'm not going to sit out.
Easy game.
We must protect the people.
Okay, this do be a problem. Should I lose my hive? Well, not good.
You know what? I'm not.
Strike fast and strike hard.
So, how do we deal with this situation? Opponent just missed killing the Sheoldred. Interesting. Perfect. So let's see. I mean, let's just kill the planeswalkers, right? Sure. Ooh, double top. Kind of crazy.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
My judgment is final.
So Omen of the Sea into another card. Maybe that's the card they topped. Perhaps.
I'm never done for good.
Okay, close game. Could also be a transmogrify as well. Okay. What do I copy? I think we do actually have a shoulder, right? Okay. That was a pretty cool game, right? What if they actually sideboarded out Aatroxa and Transmogrify? Just because we they see that we're playing Invasion